So when it comes to flooding and flood risks, when it rains, it can flood. That's a big challenge we've been having lately. Is just yesterday, I spoke to a customer who was purchasing a home, and she says, hey, I don't need more than $250,000 in coverage because I'm not on the coast. So for some reason, people get this idea in their mind that it only floods on the coast. And what we've discovered is actually the bigger flood threats aren't necessarily on the coast. They're in areas like Nashville, Tennessee. They're in areas like Charlotte, Raleigh. These areas that are getting excessive amounts of rainfall. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, and actually 1 year ago next month, we had 13 inches of rain in 6 hours. We had 82 home rescues in 2 hours. Interstates actually turned into rivers. It was something people had never seen. We had 9 feet of water in most of the properties. We had customers who had just bought their house the day before, hadn't even moved in yet, and had 8 feet of water in their house. So when it comes to flooding and flood risk, that's something really important to educate your clients on. It's, where's the flooding, where can it happen? And that's why North Carolina is so challenging. You've got mountains, you've got beach, you've got flat areas. So there's a lot of different flood challenges in the state of North Carolina. Some flood insurance states and facts you can take a look at. I'm not going to go too much through here, but one fact that's probably not up here that I will tell you is that the majority of flooding and flood claims, about 30%, actually come out of areas where flood insurance is not required. When it comes to filing claims, disaster assistance, it's people who generally didn't have it because it wasn't required. But when you think about your house burning down and you think about it flooding, the chances of your house actually flooding are actually higher than it being burned down. Here are some more facts for you as well. If you want to take a look at those, I said I'm not going to go too much into those. But as I said, we talked briefly, one of the things up there is about the percent of flooding that comes out of non-required versus required. We'll talk a little bit about some of those flood zones later on in this presentation.